Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over cryptocurrency markets and cryptocurrencies with you today on Saturday morning. Happy Saturday morning for those that are in the this part of the world Saturday morning and where else. Happy afternoon, maybe even the night, wherever you may be. So here's the deal with it. I got GBTC on my screen, guys, and the deal is with GBTC is take a look at that monthly volume candle. Bullish engulfing over the other previous month of May's candle. Okay. It's a very, very bullish signal. And I like to go over this asset. Many people don't like to do this. I don't understand even why. If you want to be a true analyst on the S&P 500, you will analyze all 500 of those stocks. If you want to know the direction of the S&P 500, that's what you would do if you take this serious. Okay. And if you're in the stock market, you'd probably do more than that. You could do 15,000 stocks or 20,000 stocks to get an idea of what's going on. That's a reality of it, guys. So get an idea with, that's why I go over the TradFi markets sometimes and also assets like this is because that's what I do. And, going over the TradFi markets, guys, I'll just let you know that the NASDAQ's probably in a correction. It looks like it's going to continue to trend up all the way in, at least, like I said, probably till October. It's just slowing down a little bit. It's a little bit frothy up there, a little bit frothy. It's slowing down a little bit. But, a lot of people looking for a top and a crash, guys. It doesn't look like it's going to be doing that in the NASDAQ. And that's good for Bitcoin and GBTC and assets like this because that just basically means as long as they're just trending up and to the right a little bit, whether they're in a correction, it won't matter too much. It'll be good for these assets and Bitcoin, guys. So this right here, I'll go over this real brief. I think it's making a shot. This is the shot that it's making, guys. When is it going to complete it? I have no, this is the time area, July 24 completion date, somewhere right around there. It could be, I might do it by the end of the year, guys. I mean, look at this. Here's the reality of GBTC. There's this top right there. To finish off this wave, it needs to do another 185, 200% move. That could be done in 2 months. I would say, 4 or 5 months, just like it did right here. So the move that it already made, guys, is from there to there is about 153% off that wave. And to finish this off, another 200%. It's not out of line now. So the videos I was making over here during this time, I said there's a good shot that GBTC is going up into this wave. You take a look at this structure that it's in. All the signals are pointing towards, per my signals, are pointing towards that this is making this move right here in this structure. Volume candle suggests it, looking down here. Oscillator suggests it. RSI suggests it. Fib targets suggest it. And algos suggest it. Okay? Could be wrong. Things can change, and maybe there's a black swan event, and it just takes it down to there. Don't know. Can't factor those in, guys. I mean, that's the reality of the markets, okay? But so far, this is going to – and if this is making this move, then we can come over here to Bitcoin. Come over here to Bitcoin, guys. I'm on the ETH-BTC chart. I'll go over that, too, with you because that's actually looking really, really good, guys. ETH-BTC chart. I think Ethereum's going to have a day where it's going to take over. I think so, guys. So Bitcoin here is actually looking pretty good. Go to a weekly, that's a weekly chart, really, really good. That's actually very, very bullish, guys. On a monthly chart, you have the same thing. You have a strong bullish candle, monthly candle, and the month is going to be done in 5-6 days, right? About 6 days, right? With that massive candle, wick down below it. That there's nothing to say, but that monthly candle is bullish, guys. Okay, that's really telling you this is probably a trend continuation. Okay, so the targets I'm looking for Bitcoin right now, short-term time frame. I think you have another spike up to maybe 32, possibly even this 33K potentially, and have a correction. Then I'm looking at targets at 35 to 36, 40, 41-ish, and then ultimately a target there of 48. Okay. Depending on how this move goes out, there's also 55 and 60. Okay. Don't think this is going to do 100K Bitcoin in this run. I think this is, in my opinion, is going to be a little bit different. I think it's going to just be a run up to this way. So now with the narrative with the recession, because if you go to Bloomberg and CNBC, what do they talk about? The recession that's coming, and then the NASDAQ and S&P 500 are just in a massive bounce. I listen to them. Like, That's what I used to do. It just every time I go listen to them, it reminds me of when I was trying to trade stocks in the 90s. I go listen to these guys that I thought were experts, and it never worked out for me. I mean, the only time that it really did work out is because it's in a bullish trend, and when everything's in a bull run. If you go look at the end of the 1995, 94, 95 up into 2000, I mean, like anybody and their brother could throw your stuff into a stock and it would go up. But what they said really wasn't making a lot of sense. So but that's what it reminds me of, guys. I go listen to that. I'm just like, oh, geez, this again, it kills me sometimes. So anyhow, with Bitcoin, those are the targets. I went over that. I think that's going to be reasonable. Have to check out what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. I do have algo suggesting other things like GBTC looks like it wants to go up and to the right all the way to August, possibly, maybe even September. If you take a look at the USDT dominance chart, you see how it dropped. And I have algo suggesting that this is going to be going to a drop all the way in August, September, maybe in October, guys. So if that's going to be doing this, of course, it's not going to go straight down. It's going to do trend moves, obviously, boom, 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 boom. But we might end up with something like this over here, guys, eventually when it's all said and done, like some sort of candle like that, or maybe a couple of them because they'll go into this time frame and come all the way back down to this area. This is speculative. This doesn't mean that it's 100%, obviously, but if this is going down, that means a lot of people are getting out of Tether and going into Bitcoin, which will raise the price up. That's what that's for. The DXY, have to actually put this on. The DXY is getting probably tricky for some people, but there does suggest this is downtrend with the DXY on the monthly, but it doesn't say that's going to do a massive downtrend. Actually, it's suggesting that it's just going to do something like this maybe and hang out above in this area, maybe touch down to the 40, get to 99, and just kind of ever being a gentle trend like that, guys. No massive dump like that is not what it's suggesting, but that's still good for commodities and Bitcoin and maybe some risk on assets. Okay. The important thing for the DXY is that the DXY actually is still in a downtrend. Okay. So you just wanted to make sure the overall trend is down, even though it could be in an uptrend temporarily, which would be a corrective move, even though it's going up. I hope that makes sense to show some people what I'm talking about. You don't want this trend going on like it was there, which obvious uptrend like this. Now it's in a downtrend, correcting probably this whole cycle that I have on here on the DXY that it's been in since 2008. Okay. That's how I'm looking at that. Let's go over Ethereum and get into the dominance chart and the ETH BTC chart with you guys right now. Okay, so Ethereum on the monthly chart, on the monthly candles this candle, depending on how this candle closes on the monthly, it's obviously a little bit weaker candles in there for Ethereum on the monthly chart. But if you take a look at that wick, they came all the way down to 1618, 1620, got sucked back up. Now, if this monthly candle closes a lot higher and it's a lot bigger up top and the wick up top shorter, that's going to have a very, very good look for Ethereum, in my opinion. And then on the weekly chart, you can see this is a pretty good engulfing candle. I went over this, and Ethereum, for as far as this base and its structure, is much stronger than Bitcoin, if you will. Not to say that it's going to pump more. Obviously, at some point it will, because it is the granddaddy of all the altcoins, right? But all this support behind it. And this kind of reminds me of a coin or a stock that kind of just grinds in an area on a smaller scale. You see it grind away, and it's going like this, but it's just ever slightly going up. It's kind of like grinding like this, and it's kind of gently going up, maybe does a little correction, and then eventually just see it go like that, starts taking off. Kind of like what Nakamoto Games is doing right now. So with Ethereum, to me, it's like, this is not going to be a surprise if once the ETH BTC ETH takes over, that it'll just kind of grind, maybe do some pretty good moves in this area. And then eventually you might see it just move out of there months down the road or something like that, guys, with Ethereum. But this is the chart that I think, the pattern that I think Ethereum is in. Let's go to a monthly chart again. The pattern that I think that Ethereum is in, this pattern right here, guys. This 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going up for this 5. with eventual target for me about $5,400. I have fib targets and suggesting that that area to complete this whole wave sequence, just like that, guys. Okay. So I could be wrong. Maybe it is going into some sort of moonshot, but you know, the reality of it is that you want to keep this in the back of your mind because you don't want to go through another one of these probably and watch. Let's say you have $100,000, right? Let's say you have $100,000 in Ethereum. It's all the way up there. Oh yeah, man, they're telling me Raoul Paul's telling me it's going to $40,000. And you know, that guy is so smart, man. He's made so much money. He's so smart, and he's my friend. And I love that guy because he told me it's going to $40,000, and then all of a sudden, bum, 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 comes down here, and your $100,000 bag turns into 20. That's not a good feeling. You want to avoid that, okay? That's not a good feeling. So same thing over here. That's what he did over there. I think. What did he do? Hey, you know, whatever, the guy's hedge fund. He used to operate a hedge fund, guys. I'd just be careful of those guys. But I think he did it over here where he said he's going to do some long trade. Ethereum's going to 35,000, I think he said, something like that, maybe 25,000 or some crazy number he came up with. And then look what happened. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. So he wasn't doing anybody any favors by saying that. So that's how I take that. But Ethereum looks good. So let's go over the ETH BTC chart. Check this out. Okay, this chart's actually looking really, really good, guys, on the monthly and also on the weekly. Let's take a look at the weekly because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you know, I've been in crypto space for 10 years, man. I'm telling you, dude, if you're in any of these altcoins, they're going to get smashed. They're going to get smashed. Bitcoin's going to suck it all up. And they, you know, they're going to be right for some of them, guys. But, you know, like if you take a look at some of these coins, they've outperformed Bitcoin. You know, they've outperformed Bitcoin up 50, 60, 70%, some of them more. So they're true in a way, but in a way they're not true. You just make sure you're in the right ones that can do a pump. But anyhow, in this area, like from September of 22 and it's over here, I'm actually expecting this is probably going to get down and wick below it on the weekly, maybe touch this 200 moving average in this area. I'm expecting at some point in the future, Ethereum is probably going to make a run somewhere over here like that, guys. You take this thing over here, and that's when Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin dramatically. I think of that last little wave that it can, guys. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a super moonshot over Bitcoin or anything, but I'm expecting this at some point. When will this be? 2 months, 3 months, 5 months? Could take 6 months. Who knows, guys? It's taking its time, but I think you have a good shot that this could be the last leg. You know, this does take some time. It's getting down there a lot faster than I expected. It's getting down there. I thought this was going to take a lot longer, but it could do another bounce and then kind of come down like that and break that trend right there, guys, is what I'm thinking it might do. And then it'll be time for, you know, a shot. And Ethereum will be outperforming Bitcoin. Okay. And that will send all the altcoins up. So let's go over the altcoins on a monthly chart. On a monthly chart. Some of these charts look really, really good, guys. Some of these charts look really, really, really good. First up, Cardano. You know, I'm going through all these monthly charts. I peruse through them and I'm looking at them. I'm like, geez, man, you know, all the charts, they have the smell of a C19 crash, guys. They do. They do. Just the sense of it and the candle bodies on the monthly. Everything has that smell with this wick and everything that went on here with Cardano and all these other charts. So I'll go through them. I'll show you what I'm looking at. That right there was probably a bottom for Cardano. To me, this was just a total smart money play, guys. He brought it up. It came back down. Boom. Took everybody out. Get them bearish again and take it right back up. And if you see right here from that wick all the way up to where it is right now, I mean, Cardano's already back up 36%, guys. And the narrative will be it's a fake out. It's just a relief bounce. Okay. I'm not saying that it's going to like start doing a moonshot real quick or anything like that, guys, but it's probably going to struggle in this area for a period of time. But I'm telling you, I think that was it right there for Cardano, guys. Just seems like it. Even Aptos. I'm not an Aptos fan. I know there's a lot of guys are all about Aptos. And I mean, like, you know, look at this right here, guys. Like, you know, normally when that happens, not to say it can't roll over, it's up 43% off of that wick. Normally when you see monthly wicks like that, guys, you're looking at a significant bottom. Just saying. So, you know, this was probably your opportunity over the last past couple weeks or so or something like that to get that. But that's actually, and I say it can't roll back over, but that's looking really, really good on the monthly chart. Old Bitcoin Cash over here, doing a moonshot because it's on that new exchange. They got added to the list. But at the end of the day, look, this chart sucks. I mean, look at that chart, guys. Is it going to do a shot over there? Very well could. Very well could. Just play at your own risk. It's popular in Japan, by the way. Japanese, from what I understand, Japanese really like that coin, Bitcoin Cash, the fork of Bitcoin. I just stick with the real deal, man. If you want a Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, me personally, I'd stick with the Bitcoin, guys. So let's see. Look at another one. BNB. BNB. Man, this guy CZ. I think he's going to pull through, guys. I think he's going to pull through. That's not looking too bad for CZ. It's still up in that area. The overall trend for Binance Coin, unless it breaks down from here, is bullish. It's a bullish chart on the monthly chart. So the long-term time frame, however you want to, longer term, 1 year, 2 years, things like that. That's bullish chart, guys. It didn't even break down after everything that was thrown at this at Binance Coin. Look at it. You have to say that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. This right here, I went over the EPTC. So this at some point is going to be cooling off, in my opinion. So I got those targets up there, 53, 56% for the dominance chart, and it's going up. I think that's the area to be checking it out for, especially right there too, that 53, 52, 53. I think it's going to make an area for that. So Bitcoin dominance going up a little bit, guys. All right. Not a big deal. Chili's coin came down, broke the low, same thing. So probably looking at a bottom right there for Chili's. Let's see. What's another coin? Demetra keeps on going. This is up like 60, 70% since I started talking about that. I never got an entry into it. I was thinking it was going to roll back around. That's a bullish chart, guys. There's no doubt about that. That chart right there is bullish. Just with this. This is a monthly chart, by the way, guys. That's a monthly chart. So Engine Coin. I went over this one. Like I said, guys, this all has what was the 2020 crash? See, there you go. See that wick? Boom, went out of there. Came down, took everything out. You see that? Took everything out, and then boom. I think that's not the whole chart. Let me look at the whole chart. No, okay. I gotta go to another chart, but anyhow, all these this has that smell of it, guys. That was a significant bottom for most of these coins, in my opinion. Just the monthly chart, just going off the monthly chart. Phantom, same thing. Huge monthly wick. That candle probably needs to get a little bit stronger, but it's actually looking really, really good for Phantom too, guys. That's a pretty strong chart for Phantom, in my opinion. All through here, this wave came back down, corrected, back over here for a wave to get on out of there, guys. Gala chart, monthly chart, same thing. Came down to the demand zone, sniped it. I was in leverage. I got stopped out on my Gala. I posted that on Twitter, but I have spot Gala. But I didn't. They came right down to there. 0.018. I think I had a 0.0. I widened up my stops on cryptocurrencies because you can easily get wicked out. Sometimes I don't even use stops, depending on what I'm doing. Let's see. GLQ is in that area, probably doing something like this. And when it makes moves, you can see 2 monthly candles. That's a 20x move that it made right there. Boom, boom, boom. On that coin, guys. Looking really good. Hard coin. Looking bullish. Those are bullish candles. This candle, that candle, back down, bouncing out of there. Looks pretty good. ICP. Same thing. Probably significant bottom right there. That's the floor on ICP. Probably at that $4. That's probably the floor on ICP. Is that $4, guys? So this is another coin I'm looking at. I think the same thing. Yeah, retail won't buy that. Oh, by the way, too, I'll show you something real quick. If you see Bitcoin pump or any cryptocurrency pumps, real quick, I'll show you something what you want to do. You just want to go like this, okay? Go like this, and you want to go see what retail is going to be looking at. So you go like this. You go, what? Okay, everything, some stuff's pumped. What is retail primarily looking at? You could do this on CoinMarketCap too. Go to CoinGecko to do it. You can see which ones that they're kind of like looking at. This will tell you trending coins today. And the ones that primarily been on the list for the most part recently that I've been noticing: Trust Wallet, Polygon, ApeCoin, Pepecoin, Arbitrum. Definitely these two. And these are the ones we're looking at. So that's give you an idea. Usually that's a sell signal. If things gone up in a massive wave and you go over here and it's on the list, then that's usually a sell signal. Just another idea, give you another idea. If you're thinking about selling, you're like, dang, man, do I need to sell? Just go over to this list. And if it's all over the list and you see it on the YouTubes, probably time to sell. Or at least take some profits. Okay. Now here's Link. Link is a very strong coin, very strong chart, extremely bullish through here. This is very, very bullish. A lot of sideways action along the way for Link coin. And, obviously massive amount of sideways action on this one. And this one is doing a really good job of tagging this demand zone around here. I was thinking maybe he's going to do one more rollover back down to these areas in this section, but that could have been it for Chainlink. Obviously, right here on Chainlink, this is looking like it's a $5.30 floor, and that could be it, guys, right there for Chainlink. So this is a time to not sell Chainlink, but to buy Chainlink. It is down 90%. It's 90%. So you think about this reasonably. If you were a long-term investor into, say, cryptocurrency and you like Chainlink and they were reasonable and had a lot of money, when do you think that they would be buying Chainlink? Probably now. So, all right, guys, Matic. Just finish up in that correction. Nakamoto Games is doing a really good shot out of there, guys. Looks bullish. Those are monthly candles, by the way. Looks real, real bullish. Quant is working on getting out of there. That doesn't look too bad for Quant. I still think that's the floor to finally touch that demand, I think, finally. No, I still missed it. I may have it off a little bit, but I still expect it to come down and hit that, guys. But Render Coin. I still think Render Coin can roll over one more, guys, on this weekly chart is what I'm looking at for Render. If it's so bullish that it's going to do a trend continuation from there, because you have a massive amount of bearish divergence right here. So I mean, like for Render Coin, like a move like that right to the 40 and then it gets out of there, guys. I would definitely deal with that. Okay, I would definitely deal with that. You definitely look like massive candle there. It's trying to retrace back up, back down. Boom. Okay, that can happen even if Bitcoin is bullish, right? Bitcoin goes up, it goes into a correction. Bitcoin goes up, goes into a correction, bring Render back down, and boom, gets out of there. But that's what I'd be targeting on that weekly. That 40 period moving average right there, guys. What I think it'd be going for if it breaks that 21. I think it's going to be that simple for Render. You could see made itself hit these moving average, went up way above it, came back down, tagged it, went along this the 9 period below it right now, right above the 21. The next step, boom, will be the 40. It's the way I see that one. If it does that, guys, buy coin. Like I said, real bullish on this coin. And this has a very, very strong narrative behind it. Works with IBM, Watson. It's a registered security in Europe. And it's a lot of people like the Ajax, Singularity, Ocean Protocol, and Fetch AI, which they're all pretty good. They're going to do well too, guys. But I'm more bullish on Bitcoin. I should say not more bullish. I should say I think the probability of higher returns is probably going to be with Bitcoin. I could be wrong about that, guys. So don't take my word for it. Let's see here. VELO coin's working on a move right here. So VELO coin, man, it's like, you're looking at that move right there, probably VELO coin of the cryptocurrency market goes into a bullish trend, guys. So that's just like a one-to-one move. So pretty good coin right there. Veracity coin out of the triangle. That was probably your bottom at 0.003 cents. And it's already up. You're looking at 45 to 50% already. And then it's been in a correction from February, came all the way over here to June. So went up into this way, back down here. So I'll be looking at least to this target right here. And it could go a lot higher, guys. It could do a lot higher move. Here it is on KuCoin, the monthly candle. You see the all the interest in there in that monthly candle. So telling you that's a strong wave. More than likely, in my opinion, I doubt that's an A wave, but it could be. So it could be A, B, C. But with this volume that came in, I don't think so. Usually that's a sign of an actual impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So don't know for sure. But usually that's what that's telling you. So anyhow, there's some cryptos I went over. Shield Protocol, still looking for this one to roll over a little bit more, guys. This move here, could it be done? I would like to see. Look on the weekly chart. This thing is still right below the 9-period moving average. Like, that's nothing for this coin. And this massive move that it made back down over in this section, I'd still expect it to get down at least to these areas, guys. 60 cents, 70 cents, something like that. So everything looks pretty good. Just want to go over the crypto market with you real quick. Litecoin. Here's Litecoin. I want to go over Litecoin. A lot of people are all like about Litecoin because the halving that's coming up in August. And this is the pattern that I think that Litecoin is in. And it's been sideways for 5 years, since what? June of 2017, been sideways for 5 years. This was not a good call. If you've been in it since then and you're still over here, that was not a decent play. I mean, let's call it what it is, man. Go sideways for 5 years, man. Come on, man. Like, you should have taken your money out of that and put it in Tesla. So it's like, let's get real here. So here it is down here. Right here it is down here, guys. So this is actually where it started, okay? And this is the move that I think that Litecoin is doing right here. Same thing as GBTC. Move over here, back down over here, and GBTC in this area. Those are my targets with a massive supply zone up there, okay? And my fib targets are up in this area too. Everything is pointing to Litecoin just making a move like that. Litecoin making a move like that, guys, okay? Nothing crazy. No $1,000 target. You're looking at maybe somewhere from 191 to 280 or something like that, guys. That's the reality of it. Now, if you want to go with your hopium strategy and this thing is going to $1,000, hey, so be it, man. Drinks on me. But at the end of the day, when it doesn't do it, hey, I'm not going to say that I told you so. Just be prepared for both options, not just one. All right, guys, that is the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hope I shed some light on it for you in the cryptocurrency space. Things don't look bad, even though the media is going to tell you things are terrible and we're going into a recession. And that's very as possible. I mean, I don't know how this is going to work out with that. I'm going on a side note here. Work out with that, guys, but more than likely, I could see a scenario where maybe Bitcoin and the NASDAQ, they do top out. So let's say Bitcoin, I'm just going to throw numbers out there. I'm not saying it's going to do it. Let's say Bitcoin tops out at 54,000, right? And it goes into a multi-month correction or a crash, more or less, right? And then the NASDAQ tops out. It goes into a crash. S&P 500 tops out. Maybe this will be, let's say, I'm just going to throw time out there. Don't hold me to it. Let's say March of 2024 or something like that, okay? When that happens, that's when they'll probably say, is the recession. Okay. So people are I see them trying to time the recession with like the downtrend in the markets. Very, very difficult to do. You got to go off the price charts. What is the price action telling you? If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.